Hello from the gods, how are you? Just give me a few minutes. I am just making sure everything is good to go. Hello, you're back, finally live. Yeah, I did. I mean, to be fair, I did come. I guess it is 1 hour, unless my math. Oh, 2 hours. 2 hours. No, so I was on the dot, kind of. Not really. I'm just trying to see if everything else is fine. Let me just open up Minecraft. All right, Minecraft is open. Let me try to see. How we doing? Work? Okay, there. All right, perfect, perfect, perfect. Give me a moment. Thanks, Mohit. Really appreciate it. Let me have a look. How do we do this? There we are. You can't do that. That's interesting. All right. Everything seems fine. Go live. All right. Okay. So yeah. Hopefully I'm live on TikTok as well. I was like, maybe there's some people that only watch on, you know, TikTok and whatnot. All right. I think everything's set up. Oof. Took a while. I tried doing it beforehand and did not turn out well. Are you really designing a kingdom or a sect? So yes. All right, I say that loosely. Oh god, I need to get TikTok here as well. Whew, there's gonna be 2 chats. I can barely keep track of one. Hopefully, how do we do this? Oh god. So yeah, I'm gonna be designing that today. And yeah, hopefully everything turns out fine. It's not gonna be... we'll see. Maybe we'll get to some buildings as well. Initially, we'll start with a layout and whatnot. So, I say whatnot a lot, I've realized. So, gotta cut back on that. One moment. All right. Let's see. Oh god, it's gonna take... Wait, one minute. Let me just do this. Come on. It doesn't seem to recognize I've gone online, but people have joined, so... Alright, anyway, Let me just go on my actual thing. I cannot see anyone's messages right now. Sorry, bro, I haven't watched the latest video. I mean, you're not obliged, but... yeah, it was, interesting. It was interesting, it was nice. Finally getting to some cool systems, I think. And, yeah, it's gonna be interesting to develop them. Definitely. And, oh, there it is. There I am. I guess I can watch myself live. Also, this is not the most appealing of angles when I'm looking now. I should probably put it up, you know? Get a better look. Anyway, I'm just saying nothing. Yeah, no sound? Oh god, I just realized. There's no sound on TikTok. Oops. One moment. Uno momento. Oh god. Alright, let's see. No sound on TikTok. If you guys have any questions in the meantime about the mod itself on YouTube, do let me know. I will get to those soon before we start today. So let's see how we do this. Settings, maybe? Audio. Not the best of starts, I'm not gonna lie, but it is what it is. Wipe you guys here. What happened? What's going on? Oh my god, I cannot hear anything. Thank you so much. What's your name? Zokuro10. Thank you so much for the memberships. I think that's like the first few memberships I've received. Really appreciate it, man. Yeah. Thanks a lot, man. Let me... What is going on? I'm going crazy. I am losing it. Yeah, just getting to fixing it soon. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Give me a moment, guys. So sorry for this. Why is it not auto-scrolling? Yeah, I'm trying to... They cannot hear you talk. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I think it's OBS that's just like claiming hold of everything. Love watching the progress and development. Can't wait to play with himself. Thanks a lot, man. Wait 1 second. There it is. All right. Let's see if I can fix it soon. More soon. That fixed it. Please tell me that fixed it. It hasn't. Oh god. Wait, let me try to restart stream. Uh-oh. Oh god, TikTok's gone. I have deleted them. We'll bring them back though. What the hell's going on? Alright, so today I'm going to be building a kingdom. I will get to the villages soon as well. I wanted a kingdom to be... Not a kingdom, I'm thinking maybe multiple. But I'm thinking of designing a kingdom that I can put into the world. Like a world, like a big structure. Yeah, it's like one of those things that I can like structure it myself. It'll probably spawn in. And yeah. Hopefully that's something I can get to soon. Yeah, I don't know. TikTok's not working. I really tried, but it's a big failure, I think. Yeah, I think there's like a microphone driver issue or something there. I just vanquished them to oblivion. Apologies, TikTok. I'm going to work on it, but I don't think it's going to be this stream, unfortunately. I tried, but yeah, just the studio itself doesn't really suit. Apologies, TikTok viewers. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I feel so bad for them. All right, we're good though. Okay. Let us start. Do I want to show you something before I start? Okay, so there's definitely going to be like I have it planned quite big, where I'm thinking gonna have separate sections. There's gonna be a palace. There's gonna be an inner higher circle for the rich peeps, and yeah, I mean, I couldn't have because they couldn't hear me. They could hear the game, but my microphone, I think OBS just does not want to let go of control. But yeah, I felt apologies, guys. They just got a glimpse of what was gonna happen, and they didn't end up coming here. Okay, let's see. I saw this world from Planet Minecraft or something. I'm not gonna like copy it or anything. I just wanted to show you. I thought it was like one of the really cool mods. Also, yeah, we'll be dabbling in Axiom. Do we have anything? Okay, so yeah, I saw this palace. I don't know if anyone's seen it. I think it must be like quite like it's not mine. Again, disclaimer, not mine. I saw this on Planet Minecraft and I was like, it was actually used, I think. Yeah, it looks really nice. And I was like, oh, if only I'm like able to replicate a percentage of this, because I'm not the best what's it called, builder. Do not claim to be. I doubt I'll ever be. But wait, let me just change that. Replace mode is pretty good. Where to go? Oh no, what have I done? Axiom. Replace mode. It should be here, right? Axiom capabilities. Oh my god, I've already lost it. Reset. Let me just... I already screwed up, didn't I? R. There it is. Tilde. Alright, so... let me turn on shaders because it looks very fancy with that. Oh god. Alright. So, this is what I saw in Planet Minecraft and it looked really nice. And, I like a lot of things about it, but I also, like, I'm not the biggest fan of a few things as well. So, overall, shape-wise, I think it's a really nice thing. I think the Imperial Palace or something, front could look something like this. So, it does look very grand, right? And, yeah, I like the shape of it. I like the roofs, but I don't like how noisy it is, especially because it's like maybe at a way larger scale, it wouldn't look as, you know, I don't know. It just feels too noisy to me. Like, the interiors, I didn't really look too much into it, but yeah, again, it's a bit too noisy for my liking. But yeah, I'm also not the biggest fan of the interior. I'm not trying to like throw shade at the dude, but yeah, I really like some things, but I'm just like, you know, taking away what I could do differently here. Whoa! What? I think it's a physics mod. It's like, what's going on? It doesn't like being on top of walls, I think. Oh, okay. Bit of a jump scare. Like, I get jump scared even when I'm trying to show off regular things. It's insane. Yeah. It's a pretty nice thing. So, yeah. I like the shape. I like the design palette, kind of, if you're not considering the texture, the heavy texturing. But yeah, I think it could turn out really nicely if I manage to pull something up. I'm not gonna get to a proper building, I think, this time around. Let's make a new world. We'll call it, what do we want to call it? Kingdom. I think that's a game call. That's a game. I don't know. I'll make it super flat, right? Presets, overworld. What? Yeah. Overworld. Yeah. All right. Similar to Jade with a large. This is my kingdom. This is my kingdom. Oh my god, not the song. Oh, this looks like a... Ooh. Superfly looks insane with the grass and the shaders. Damn. This is how I imagine some of the land, some of the biomes when it comes to the cultivation mod. While we're here, I would like... let's preload some chunks if I can. Let's just go to 2000. Key pattern. I'll make it this. Not the most optimal, but whatever. Start. All right. While those chunks are loading in, let us get to some. Also, I feel like the grass is a bit noisy. Probably should not have done any of that. Maybe just had stone, but it is what it is. Kingdom Come Deliverance is a game. Yeah, I heard it somewhere. I was like, whatever. And yeah, what was the shader's name? Yeah, I'm using Photon shaders alongside Voxy and Chunky to preload the chunk. So yeah, I think that's it. Okay, now there's. All right. Well, there's a village. Villager's outpost. Okay. Okay. I'm not sure how to use Axiom too much. I'm not gonna lie. I have used it slightly, like the trees, the oak trees I made. I made it using Axiom, like just some of the brushes it has. But I am an old school world edit. I don't know why you searched that. I am an old school world edit type of person, so I have both. Yeah, I'm not the. I'm not sure. Let's see. /TP 00 no 0 wherever I am 0. Yep. Okay, I should also turn off the physics mod for this, should I not? Oh god, do I know how to turn it off? Option, no, it's gonna be mods, maybe physics. Can I turn it off from here? No, general. Oh god, I don't know how to turn it off. I just have the physics mod. Oops. Probably should have not had it here. Whatever, I think it's fine. I'm just gonna turn off the block break physics. Those are the annoying ones. Where is it? Blocks. Also, I'm starting to lag. It might be chunky. Oh, yep. Is it chunky, please? Oh god, my game's frozen. Am I frozen? Hopefully not. Oh god. Oh god. Did I crash this stream as well? I think it's working. I can't even alt tab out. Oh, never mind. Oh god, did I crash the game? Wait for the... Nope. I think I might have... Yeah, I crashed Minecraft. Lovely. Okay, I guess I can take this chance to turn off the physics mod, so... It's fine. Yeah, I think I like pushed it too far. It's good. We're good. We're good. I'm just gonna take a sip of my really, really interestingly made coffee. All right. Kingdom Come. All right. I'm probably gonna I did not use it. Yeah. Terrible idea on my part. We're good though, I think. There's so many villages. Okay, did I mess up something? Do you guys think there's that many villages? Like it's been on my mind for a while. Do you think I've like increased the how often a village appears? Cause I don't know. I did reduce them at one point, but I tried reverting it. I'm not sure if I like made them a bit too common though. Let me first get... Okay, you know what? Let me just clear an area. It doesn't have to be the absolute center. I just want some clearance. And... oh god, why did I do that? Let me just do... slash up, I think. Slash said 0. That did nothing. This is Grassify. I have way too many. It's fine. We're good. We're good. I think it's fine. Okay, so I'm thinking the kingdom is absolutely huge. I'm not sure what you guys think. You found 3 or 4 villages? Yeah, it was insane. For the future of the mod or something, or are you keeping secret for now? I don't have any public roadmap now. I mean, it's not really much of a secret. Everyone knows what's in a cultivation mod. I'm just gonna try to implement them as soon as possible. It's just a matter of you guys don't know what's coming next. So a little bit of a little bit of a surprise, or yeah. Okay, that's creepy. There's an X here. All right, I feel like I'm just dabbling. Okay, let's take red wool. I think red wool's like gonna stand out, right? Yeah, it stands out. We're good. Okay, so let's see. I think I have, yeah, okay, so this is Axiom, right? Axiom's advanced mode, which I don't really know how to use properly, but we'll get to it. Let's see. So I'm thinking, oh god, it's still okay, whatever. All right, I think we go, this is, yeah, okay. Let's see, inventory this. Right, this works. And 0, I guess that works as well. I'm thinking, how big of a imperial palace do I want? I want the palace to be at the very center because it's the most protected, right? Clear the grass, I did. It's just the mod itself, the Grassify mod, that kind of makes it noisy. You can't really tell it's clear. It is clear though. Should have a palace courtyard. Okay, so, all right, guys, what do you think in terms of a palace? What makes up a palace? Like the way I envision it, right? Maybe it's just my Western, like I've just consumed so much Western content. But I do want to make it as authentic as possible. I think there is, I'm not going to make the palace right now, okay? I'm not going to make the palace right now, the building itself, but I do want to reserve an area for it because I want to try to first map out how big I want the kingdom to be, okay? And wait, let me / center. What does that do? Oh god, I forgot. Yeah, all right. Let's see. I'm thinking like let me go here a bit. Wait, how do you there? No. There we go. Let me increase the speed up a bit so we can move faster. All right, we're good. So I'm thinking we go, well, let's take this daisy. Oh, which daisy was it? Let's take this. I'm not the most proficient in world at it as well, but let's just do it the very amateurish way. What was it? Let me see. Was it expand? Let's see. Line, move. I have lost all my knowledge instantly. As soon as I turn on the stream, immediately gone. Stack, that was it. / stack. Lift up the walls. All right, let's see. I'm thinking, how big of a palace? We saw an example of a palace, right? I think that's good enough to be big enough. Let's do / stack. I want to say, let's try 500. Okay, I think I might have messed up. 500 is way too much. Yeah, that's too big, right? You think 500 by 500 is too much? It might be. Yeah, way too big. But that, like, okay, think of it like this way, right? At one point I'm like, okay, this is way too big, right? But like, whenever you read novels, right? I know it's like ridiculously big, but I know I'm not, listen, I have cheats, okay? I can copy paste buildings and I can copy paste elements. I think I'm good. I'm still trying not to bite off more than I can chew, but I don't plan on finishing this in one day, all right? But think of it this way. I'm not just thinking about the palace. No way the palace itself is this big, right? When I say the Imperial Palace, right, it consists of the Royal Hall and whatnot. No, I'm mapping out the areas right now, okay? There's going to be a lot of courtyards. There's going to be like a palace for the king's concubines. Is that how you say it? There's like minor palaces for the princes and whatnot. There's like a lot of stuff that usually goes. Again, I'm mapping it out, right? This is probably a very long-term project, but I feel like, yeah, I do want to start it at somewhat. 500. Okay, let's see. If 500 still might be too much. Okay, you know what? Let's shrink it. Let's shrink it. Let's shrink it. Aren't in the middle. Are they not? I feel like the palaces must be at the centers, right? Because it's like the most protected, right? If you're at the edge, you're kind of cooked. Like one attack from the enemy, like they can breach you instantly. They don't have to go through the, you know, through the peasants and the rich to get to the royals. Forbidden City? No. This is going to be a live city, a live kingdom, where I will try to have custom NPCs designed. At least that's like the goal. And they, you know, you can come here and find this kingdom in your worlds, and yeah, once you're here, you can interact with them. There's probably going to be NPCs with specific jobs. Okay, I feel like 500 was too much. Also, I should probably / game rule advanced time false / oh god, what am I doing? / game rule advanced weather false / time set 0. No, let's set it to noon. Ooh, that's nice. And what else are we looking at? Let's turn it to peaceful as well. Yeah. All right, I think 350 was a sweet spot. Should be in the palace area. All right, let's see. All right, let's stack. Yeah, let's go 300. Okay, am I insane, or is this the same amount of blocks? Oh no, okay, those are just preloaded voxel chunks. Okay, yeah, this is more tame, I think. I think we're good. Yeah. Let me just do this as well. And let's make it walls. Again, there's probably someone cringing on the way I'm using the world edit mod, but this is how I know it, and probably a learning curve for me as well. It's fine. Red wool. Yeah. Let's raise it like a few blocks so I kind of know what's up. Okay, so yeah. So I think this is a good enough mapped area for the palace. It's just for the palace. I mean, the palace consists of the main building itself, courtyards. Courtyards itself are just like fields of grass, right? With a tree or whatnot, maybe some ponds. So I feel like a lot of the real estate will just be covered with just open areas anyway. Inner courtyards of the palace, blah, blah, blah. Palace itself probably will only take about like this bit of an area. Like, I'm thinking, yeah, barely anything here. Yeah, I feel like this is pretty tame, I'm not gonna lie. There's gonna be like probably guard towers and whatnot included in this area, so it looks huge, but I don't think it's that big. And all right, so this will consist of everything within the palace. And this is again rough area. Once I'm just laying down the footwork, and in the future I could obviously just move, expand a bit, decrease the size a bit. Maybe there's going to be some pathways or walkways to take up some space. Who knows? But yeah, so let me just make sure how many blocks this is. Okay, I'm using Axiom for some reason now. 301. Okay, Axiom, I have no idea how to use you. Phone. Whoa! What did I do? How do I undo it? Stack, smear, extrude, erase. Oh god, what have I done? Yeah, I should not have done that. It's good though. Let's see. Roll to move. Clone, nope. Okay, I've done it again. You know what, I'll leave it like this. Why am I in this mode? What did I do? Okay, we're good. So I'm thinking there's like a bit of a... What happened? Wall should be 20-40 blocks tall. They're definitely gonna be tall. This is just like a rough outline of what the palace area is gonna be like. I'm moving very slow, by the way, I realized. Bro, I'm dying. I'm so sorry, guys. You guys expected some sort of an expert? Believe me, behind the scenes, I'm like just scratching my own head on a change I just made like a second ago. Very much don't touch if it works kind of mindset I have. Red wool. You know what? I can barely see my keyboard because of this mic. All right, let's see. Okay, so I'm thinking, right? I'm thinking there's like a bit of a... Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I want like a mini bridge connecting the... So, okay, my thinking is there are rings in the kingdom itself. There's rings in the kingdom, and the very core is the palace. Then there's an inner circle ring where it goes, that's where the rich people live, you know? The people with a bit of wealth. And think of it like, again, I'm not sure what games you guys have played, but I'm thinking Skyrim, right? Winterhold, or not Winterhold. Is it Winterhold? Might be Winterhold. There's like there's the rich people area, right? And then there's like the peasants area. So it's like palace, rich people, peasants, right? And then I could have like a separate section for maybe if there's a sect residing within the kingdom itself. Like yeah, Attack on Titans. Oh god, Attack on Titans, perfect. That's like exactly it. So the king, rich, poor, and then even outside the walls, I could have like farmers and whatnot. So I'm thinking like that sort of concept. And I'm also like not really thinking of making it a square area. It's probably going to be a circular. You know what? Square is fine. I think square is fine. All right. So, and between each ring, I want it to be separated not only by walls, but also maybe by like there's a water separation of it. So, yeah, I'm thinking like that'd be cool. How many blocks is this? On a 23, right? Let's go 25. Like there's gonna be like mini bridges connecting the sections. Wait, the Imperial City should not have slums. I mean, it's not really, this is more loosely a kingdom, you know, like, yeah. Unless, you know what, we'll see how it gets, we'll see what it gets to. But, it's not going to be slums, it's just going to be the normal people, you know? It's just going to be where the blacksmiths, the food stalls, and the regular stalls are. I'm not going to have like some sort of a slums where it's like there's... I believe me, I'm not going to be adding beggar NPCs. I feel like that'd be too morbid and very dark. Do not want that. So I'm thinking, yeah. All right. So that's 25. Stack 24, so that's 25 here, right? So, right, so if I do this, oh god, I'm not used to these speeds. Oh god, right, so if I do it facing that way, Okay, I'm facing top and left. No beggar sagged, or they could have slums, but outside of walls. Slums. Do we want to design slums? I feel like designing it is just asking people to bully those people. Like I can just imagine, some random player enslaving the poor guys. So I feel like I'm playing part in that if I do that. What just happened? Oh, I gotta rotate it first. Rotate 180 / paste. All right. So, yeah. Beggar sect? That could be cool. Oh no, I'm in that axiom mode again. How do I do this? How do I take it out? I don't want this. There. There. So if I do this and... Cities are usually in plains. They have 4 different gateways. Yeah. Families live at the very center of the road. Yeah. Okay, let's do this. So, let me just also remove this. So, okay, so this is what I'm thinking, right? Wait, let me just increase my render distance. Hopefully the PC doesn't explode. 24 chunks is fine. So yeah, I'm thinking this. So this is the inner walls. This is the palace area, right? This is the palace area. And like the small little gap between this is where the water is going to be. And from here onwards is where the inner area is going to be. Right. So let's see. Palace. Okay, I really need to figure out the middle. So if I do this, I believe this was like, oh god, gotta count again. I think it was 301, right? So there is a 1 block. Okay, perfect. So if I do this, wait, no, I gotta make it blue wall. So this is the dead center. Yeah, I think that's fine. That's perfect. Okay, I'll be honest. I haven't read many novels where there is a beggar sect involved. So I'm like unfamiliar with the concept. What do you guys like? Maybe I'm like, I missed a lot of things, but many of the novels I've read don't really have that sort of concept in it. So what exactly is it? Like, there's like a hidden network of information being passed around, hidden communication. What exactly happens in a beggar sect? Let me just grab this again. Slice rotates -90, and if I do so let's just copy. Oh god, let's just see where it lands. What happened? If I do this. There's no blue wall. Oh, okay, there is. So that's nice. Are people who are beggars that go around looking for information, then they sell them. Okay. So yeah, kind of what I assumed. And okay, is it just... Guys, is the stream lagging for you? Because my preview seems to be lagging. I'm not sure if that's just my... Wait, let me just check from my side as well. You too? I'm not sure what's going on. Let me do this. Not lagging too, never mind. Yeah, laggy here too. Now it's back. Are we good? Yeah, I'm not sure. Alright, so that's... Oh god, I pasted the wrong way. Alright, so I have... Stack 150, I want to say. Yeah. So yeah, and now everything... Okay, so that's the dead center. Do we want the palace itself also to be centered? Now it's lagging anymore. Okay. Even if you're spotting. Okay, I'm not sure if the stream's lagging or I'm going crazy. I think it should be good. But okay, so that's the dead center. Do we want the palace to be at the forefront? Or do we want it to be at the very center and you're like kind of walking through a grassy field? I feel like there needs to be a sort of entrance to the palace, right? Like a walkway. So I'm thinking maybe... Wait, let me just check up something. All right, so... Okay, so if I do... Palace. Are palaces circular or like squared? I'm not sure. All right, let's see. Okay, I'm thinking the palace, I'm reserving an area of 40. Let's go 50 radius. Oh god, I don't know which one it was. 49. Okay, 50. Let's just set it to stone for now. Slash stack 49. There we go. Did you not send the link on this? Oh my god. No, I think it should automatically be sent in the content channel. Where, whenever I go live, I think there's a bot that does it for you. So yeah, so that's, I'm thinking that's how big the main palace is. Maybe there's like a bit of a walkway. that you see the king on his throne. Then there's like some hidden behind the scenes things. There's like a... This is also kind of the ball or something. Unless like... No, that's a ballroom. That's like a separate place, right? Where you meet the king is a separate room. The throne room. So, yeah, I'm going to have to get into this specifics a bit later on, but... So, palace area, palace, canals between the inner and outer areas. I'm thinking there is a... Wait, I have it noted down somewhere. Just give me a moment. Let me just see where that is. Media. Okay, yeah. So, all right. I have... So there's going to be a central palace. There's going to be an inner circle, which has like the... library, clinical area, administration hall, and all that stuff. Then there's going to be like an outer area that would have everything, right? The barracks, maybe there's a sect or two in there. There's going to be the warehouses. There's going to be a residential district, library, temples, some pathways leading to the gates, and again some stall areas. So I think, yeah, that seems fine. I feel like that's good. And there's going to be walls separating everything with guards and whatnot. Yeah, so I'm mainly going to be focusing on the Orthodox sects because I don't think there's an empire or... The bot didn't send the link? No way. Oh my god. Even the bots betrayed me. What's going on? This has been an interestingly, technically terrible stream. I'm not gonna try to code it. Wait, let me also adjust my camera. You guys are like mostly seeing the top of my head, I think. Let me do this way. Now you can see a bit of my neck, I guess. Wait, where are you guys? Let me just get the link and send it to the peeps. Almost sent my stream key for some reason. Let's see. Where is it? Announcement, content drops. I'll drop it here. Is that it? Yep. Streaming, building a kingdom. Feel free to join in. Right, let's see. Really interesting. Thanks, man. All right, so I'm thinking that's the inner kingdom. There's an outside area, right? Do we want it fully? Okay, I don't like squares. I don't like squares. I might make it like an octagon. Cut the corners. I feel like that'd be a more interesting. Yeah, I feel like that'd be more interesting than whatever I have going right now. Unless a circle is better. Let's test out a circle, honestly. This is the dead center, right? So if I do //CYL, I think it was. Stone. Radius, let's set it to 300. 1. Is that it? Oh no, I should have made a hollow. Yeah, that's way too big. Ridiculous. Yep, that was way too big. So let's do that. I think it's HYCL, right? What happened? Did something happen? Oh, I made it up there. Come here. Okay, what are your thoughts on... I guess we'll start with the kingdom itself, and then we'll think about what to name it. Okay, so let's see. Okay, that's too big, right? That's 300. Let's try 250. Slash undo slash 300 250. Okay, still too big. I think I might stick with 150 and see how that goes. Right. Okay. Now I'm thinking it's too small if I've made the palace this big. And honestly, I think even this palace seems a bit tiny. Think of it this way. You walk here, the king's throne is here. I guess half length isn't that bad. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. I think it's cool. It's fine. So a palace with a bit of courtyards. Okay. I think we can fit it here. Yeah. All right. Let's see. All right. Let's undo 2 times. And let's just make it... What is it? 150. Let's make it 180. I feel like that's the sweet spot between the two. Yeah. All right. So that's nice. I'm gonna stick with that. Then we will have an inner area, a gap of 10. So that can be the water canal or whatever I was talking about. Again, it's decorative purposes. It doesn't really matter if it's too big. Then we can go... Okay, how big do we want the inner circle? It should be able to fit a few buildings, a lot of walking paths, occasional ponds and waterfalls, right, to make it look fancy. I will maybe make it go... How many... It should be bigger than the palace, definitely. 600, no. Let's go 500 and see how big that lands us. Do I see it? I probably should increase my speed substantially. Okay, is this too big for the inner area? Let's see. This is the width of one building, gap, another building. Okay, I think that's perfect, honestly. Yeah. I cannot see everything at once, so that's interesting. But Voxy helps me out. So I'm thinking, yeah. Way too big? How? What? You guys are out of your minds. What? How is that big? Think of it this way, right? Okay, I need to get rid of this red wool shenanigans I did previously. Because, yeah, I just learned a new tool that's way better, so. I also wasn't totally Googling how to make these circles when I tabbed out. So, let's go all the way to the ground. Replace red wool with air. Okay. Should have done. Not big enough for the sect combat? I'm not making a sect right now. I'm making the palace area / also the inner area of whatchamacallit. 150 blocks less. Like, okay, think of it this way. This is where you know what, to be fair, this is the rich folks' area, right? Not the big area. So you might be onto something. You know what, let me make it 20 blocks less. So it was 600, right? Let's make it 550? 580. Right, so this is going to be the water pond. And yeah, so this is the gap. This is the water pond. This is the inner area. Then we have the outer area. I want this kingdom to feel huge, right? The whole point of cultivation is grandness and huge everything. Scale is insane, out of the waters. Like, I remember reading a novel where they were talking about this divine beast, right? And talking about how this dude's eyeball only was like kilometers long. Like, imagine that. So, like, this is ridiculously nothing. Like, yeah, that dude's eyeball was probably bigger than this. I want scale. I know I'm probably biting off more than I can chew, but I'll put in the extra time. But I want to make it feel nice and right. I don't want to cut corners, is what my point is. So, okay. So there's that. And now we go even further for the final but outer area. Okay. Okay, I'm way too fast now. I wish there was a way to toggle between the speeds. All right, now let's try. So this was 580. Previous one was 600. This has to be the biggest area, right? Although a little bigger wouldn't hurt. I feel like the outer area needs to be bigger. Floating stones with waterfalls, yeah. Let's go with 1,000. Let's see how big 1,000 takes us. And let's make it 5 blocks. Oh. Where are we? So this is how big the kingdom could potentially be. Also, now I feel like I'm way too slow. I'm just trying to load in all the chunks with Voxy. And it's taken a while. Whoa. Yeah. So we've consumed a few villages in our hunger for land. But like, imagine this as a kingdom. There's only going to be like, yeah, I don't think there needs to be like a water area like we had here. Also, I don't like this weird grass effect. Let me see if I can disable grassify. Distance. Yeah, I'm not sure. Whatever. So, yeah, these are just going to be huge walls, right? But I will need the walls to be quite thick, so people can stand on them and, you know, guards can run around on them and whatnot. Yeah. Villagers are tiny when you're comparing it to the kingdom. So this is going to be a kingdom that you could potentially come across in your worlds. And it's not going to be like, you know, villages where you're going to find multiple of them. You might find multiple kingdoms if I do end up, you know, making multiple kingdoms myself. But I think this will be like one of those things that's like unique to a world. There'll be like one kingdom. It's going to be handmade. So I'll be able to put in the details and whatnot. Again, I should stop at the whatnots. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I'll have opportunities in the kingdom itself where some people can, you know, potentially apply for a job if they want spirit stones and they're having some difficulty coming across some. Like, you know how in the cultivation world, other than the main characters, people choose positions. People do some cool stuff. Like, they choose occupations. Everyone's trying to grow stronger or doing something, right? I want the player to have a similar situation to that. I don't want everyone to be a main character, you know? They could be, but they could also potentially die really early. And I'm going to make that very punishing. Depends on the players, I guess. But, alright. I made it 1,000, right? I think I liked that. So let me just make the walls 10 blocks further out. Is that thick enough? It might not be. Let me make it 15 blocks. Oh no! I made it wrong. I should be in the center, which kind of sucks. Imperial Palace. 4 great kingdoms, 3 great kingdoms. Yeah. I mean, let's see. We'll roll a dice on it. Let's see. Slash. Okay, so now we have 15, right? That should be it. Thick walls. Yeah, I feel like this is good enough. Because I also want like some rooms to fit in here. Like guard rooms. So I feel like that's nice. 21 or 22? Potentially. I mean, we could always expand. But I feel like 15 is a sweet spot for now. So that's the water area. Okay. So that's kind of like the rough area. Okay, what gate is usually the main gate when it comes to kingdoms? Do you guys know? I feel like it's always just the north gate, right? Or is it like, I don't think it's the east, south, or west. I think north is usually what the main gate is. Wait, I don't like this. I want this. What am I doing? All right, there we are. A lot of memories being used. Who knows? Let me just turn on the shaders right now, I feel like. Yeah, it's unnecessary for now. Let's see. A lot of unnecessary stuff. North, right? I'm facing north. So I feel like this should be the main gate. East would be nice since it looks at the sunrise. That, you know what? I didn't really think of that. It looks at the sun. You know what? Let me. Oh god, I'm at noon right now. East. Yeah, the sunrise lands at the palace. Spoken like a true artisanal being. Let me have a look. Slash time set. What is it? 18,000? That's too dark. Let's go 17. Nope. 12. Nope. 14. So that's the moon. 12. Okay, so that's... Where am I facing? What am I doing? Facing west. So I guess the west gate though. Or, yeah, it's the east gate for the sunrise, right? We don't want sunset. Alright, let's see. So let me mark the direction I want it in. I'll make it with gold, because why not? Oh. Let's set gold block, and I'll do slash stack 1020. Still wasn't enough. Like, that's interesting. Let's do 30. No. 50. Good enough. Alright, so that's where it should be facing. This is the front of it. And I want a path going to it, right? I want a straight path, thick enough. And yeah, that would be nice. Are the trees in the terrain you posted on Discord procedurally generated? That must have been one hell of an algorithm. Yeah. I'll be honest, I have two... I mean, I mentioned this previously in a suggestions thread as well. I do have 2 other people with me that are helping develop the mod, so it's not just me. I can't really take credit of that. I'd be an absolute genius to do that. In fact, those guys are ridiculous, but yeah. I kind of did the custom tree. Those guys figured out the other procedural... I mean, to be fair, I'm pretty sure they just like had the same template for each tree. It wasn't like individually, but yeah. Alright, so this is gold, and I'll make the other ones iron to indicate they're not the main gate, but yeah, let's see. How thick of a road do I want? Let's see. Also, I should slow down the speed. How thick of a road do I want? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 11 is... I think that's a nice number, right? Thick enough? Possibly. Let's go / stack. It was 102. Let's go 2,100. All right, man. Thanks for sticking around. You should use block of raw gold. I mean, I'm not gonna keep it this. I'm just trying to, you know, I'm using these blocks so I can like kind of indicate to myself what it is. 20 to 30? Oh, I think I overshot it. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so let me just, yeah, I feel like it's too small. Hmm. How many is this? This is 11, right? No, it's 10. 3 for 5, 3 for 5. Wait, let me see. 3. Yeah, it's 11. Oh god, which way? Which's the center? Which way did I go wrong? 11's too small? Yeah. 30, right? You guys said 30? Let's try 30. Oh no, I don't know the center anymore. I've lost the plot. Wait, let's see. There we go. Oh no. I mean, technically I could do this. And we're back. And I could do this, and I can do slice redo. And we're back. Okay, so... Okay, I went bad this way. I'm just like keeping an eye on it. Alright. Let's not miss. Nope, that's not... Oh god. That's it. I mean, to be fair, I could have just counted. 4 to the left is the 5th lane. Okay. Alright. We're good. Now it's centered. Five. Okay. So. You said... So that's 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's see. Let's count this. That should be 15. This should be 15 as well. Alright, so if I do this, and I do stack it 2,000. Okay, so is this fine? I think that's fine now. Yeah, I feel like it's big enough. I think this is nice. Because it doesn't need to be overwhelming, right? It needs to be grand enough that, okay, this is leading to the palace. But, yeah. It shouldn't be overwhelming. Because you have to think, right? Like, okay, I can make it, like, even bigger, but, like, when you're walking as a player, you're not going to be up here in the sky, right? Unless you're, like, in a really high realm for some reason. 2,000 was insane. It was perfect. Okay. So, yeah, like, this is us walking on it. Honestly, it feels like a main road, like a highway. But it feels fine. Like, you could have, like, tens of people walking on it at the same time. Yeah. To be fair, oh, I didn't even think of carts. Yeah. Oh my god, you know what? I'll be honest. My cards themselves just completely went over my head when I thought of cultivation mod. I guess I do need to add cards as well, right? Like you could have like, oh, maybe you could have like a mount. If you have a suitable mount, you can like attach him to the front of the cart and travel faster. Convenient. Show off your wealth that way. Yeah. All right. Oh god, I just realized. Okay, never mind. I can just look at the sign to see which way it is. Street vendors? Yeah, I'm gonna add street vendors as well. There's gonna be like stalls and whatnot where maybe you get lucky and you come across an insane amount of or you come across an ancient relic that changes your destiny forever. That'd be interesting. I'll like leave one and then I'll just like see whoever comes across it. That'd be really, really funny. Someone just turns it from a beggar into a immortal being overnight. An ancient level genius. All right. Okay, I don't know why I'm like just jumping back and forth. So this. And we go up and down. And then we go right click. / copy. And let me paste it just to see where, if I copy the right thing. Okay, I did. I will copy it at the center so I can just rotate it very easily. Yeah. So I'll just do this. Copy, rotate 90 / paste. Would you look at that? All right. Yeah, sidewalk. May I ask, what are your favorite cultivation novel books? Okay, so my favorite, I have to give it just because it was like one of my first and introduced me to it. Martial World, definitely up there. I have read a lot of novels and I don't know if it's like the same with everyone, but whenever I read a novel, right? I read one novel and I'm like, this is the best thing I've ever written or read. I read another novel and I'm like, this is the best thing I've ever read. I read a third novel and I think this is the best novel I've ever read. Like, I cannot make up my mind in the spot. So whatever I read the most frequently ends up being my favorite one. And Martial World was not only my first, I have read it like a few times. I really love that novel. But yeah, it's up there. Martial World. And I'll be honest, I read a lot of popular ones, but I never really, it never really synced with me. A Will Eternal, I know like a lot of people like it. I read a lot, not a lot, but like I read enough to the point I knew I'd give it enough chance. Didn't really sync with me. Not the best. Dragon Marked Warrior, that was decent. I also read Chaotic, what was it? Chaotic God? Chaotic Dragon God? I don't know. Listen, A Will Eternal, not my cup of tea. I don't know why. Maybe it's just how cowardly the MC was. I don't know. I don't. Maybe it was. I mean, it leaned on the comedic side, right? Battle Through the Heavens. Okay, that was one of those ones that I didn't realize was a novel. That was like before I got into cultivation novels, so I just looked at the comic, or I don't know what to call it. So, yeah. Will there be support for mine colonies? So you can say the nice village to build you template or palace. Mine colonies, I'm not sure. I can't really say right now. I don't think so, because I do plan on adding NPCs that will interact as cultivators. Also, I want to give you guys something sweet to look at. Okay, I haven't really said this, but I'll leak a little bit. I'll add like shaders to make it look all cinematic. Oh, it does look cinematic. Oh my god. So I am experimenting. I mentioned this last stream as well, but I am experimenting with, like, I know the terms. I don't know how to understand it. Oh my god, I'm having some sort of an attack. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce them is my issue. Like, it's one of those things that I read a lot of terms, but I don't know how to pronounce them. And when I say them out loud, it sounds ridiculous. Also, I just realized these guys, their necks are disconnected. They also tend to sleep. I'm getting distracted. So I want to show you guys something. Last stream, I mentioned that I'm working on some appearance related changes, right? I don't know how many of you were there for that, but slash cultivation appearance sets. Oh no, this isn't the brand. Oh, I might not have it here. You know what, let me try it out anyway. Here, style never mind, it's not working. So it doesn't work. Messed up. Don't pay attention. This never happened. That was a terrible example of what I was trying to show off. But yeah, not a good example. But I'm working on some hair stuff, and they have physics, so it moves. It's very ugly right now, I'm not gonna lie, but I wanted to show you it regardless. But I'm working on robes and hair, so that's one thing. I'm a sucker for cosmetics. I don't know if anyone else is. I love cosmetics. I don't think anyone hates any. But yeah, cosmetics are insane. Like, I want to, like, as much as abilities make it nice, the stream is a bit spotty after you add it to the shaders. But yeah, like, I want to look like a cultivator. I feel like that's a big thing. So you add the Chinese hairstyle. Yeah, I'm gonna have, like, I also want to, the way I want to do hairstyles and everything is like kind of like GTA, where it's like, if you want to change something, you do it in the world. You're not gonna have like a fancy menu where you can just click a button to change how you look. You're gonna have to do it in game. So yeah. Oh no, just started and already adding dual cultivation hairstyles. Right, I regret reading that. So yeah, anyway, what was I doing? Yeah, I was working on the paths. Let's see. So I have the 4 paths mapped out. What else do I want? I want bridges, right? Between these? Do I add water? Water's messy, right? I don't want to add water. I guess I could make it like blue wool to signify water. Yeah, I might do that. Yeah. What was this? It was 600 and 550, right? So if my calculations are right, and if I do slash yeah, I don't know how to do this. Let's try it. HYCL HCYL blue wool radius, I want it to be 599 with 1 and 1. What does the last one do? Okay, so yeah, radius height. Yeah, I don't want to do this manually, like do each digit manually. Never mind, I overshot it by a lot. Knows how to trigger spirit revision. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, right? In my mind, I was like, oh yeah, potentially, because at the end of the day, that's part of cultivation, right? And I'm not gonna elaborate and speak in full sentences. So for those who know, who know. But I'm like, These guys are really... I might just not add it at this point. Character creation would be interesting, and you can make choice of hairstyle make sense. Okay, how do you guys want to spawn in the world? I feel like just spawning like a random Minecraft character as nothing, like just boop out of thin air, like from the void. I feel like that's not really interesting. What do you guys think? Like, should you be given a backstory? That'd be hell, but interesting. Let's see. Okay, so I have the walls. So let me look at my notes. So walls. I have the Imperial area planned out, right? So, walls. That's the water. Let's see. Ooh, I have an idea. I have an idea. What if I do this, right? And then I do not 550 I said, right? 1, and I don't do this, I do this. Oh, I messed up, didn't I? Oh god. It was 250. Nope. 180. Okay, so that was 180. And then I think that was just 200, right? Yeah, so that's 180 and 200. And now if... So if I do this... And then I do... not 180. 179. But air... Look at that! Random blood story, depends on the background, I suppose. Yeah, I could probably I just like to live in my imagination. I just like to think, what if in the future I am, you know, able to add, you know, once like a base is strong enough, I'm adding like a DLC where it's like you're able to spawn in as a reincarnated young master, right? You're like a really common cliche in novels, and you can play out a story, but open worldish. So that'd be nice. Like you have a main storyline alongside the regular cultivation stuff that the mod's already adding. All right, so that was 600, right? So if I do... Oh god, I just realized I can't do this for the next line. So that's gonna be water. Yeah, I have no idea how to do this, but we'll see. We'll work it out. Let's try it this way, okay? So let me just do 600. Then we will do blue wall 600. That's okay. Let me just see how far that reaches. 600. So it wasn't 600. I'm thinking 550. Right? Yeah, I have to work in words. Someone on Discord joined the mod dev Discord and is making AI general cultivation and posting them in the show gets no curse. What? What's happening? Discord and it's posting the wait, let me have a look. What's happening on the Discord? Something going on. Let me have a look. Is it going on in I'm confused. What's going on? Is there an issue in the Discord? Is someone like trolling or something? It's 550 55. I cannot remember what I did. What was this? 80? 580? Wait, let's see. 550. It can't be 550. It might be 500. Not yours. Okay, okay. Let's see. Undo. Let's true. I have terrible memories. Okay, it is 500, and let me just verify how. Oh god, I've missed it twice. So it is 81. 550, 530 maybe? Let's see. Maybe through picking up like character trait or two would give to. I'm also thinking, okay, how do you guys want to do the talent system? I'm like kind of like fed up with myself regarding this. So how do you guys think the talent system should be designed? Because I'm honestly like completely confused. I had like a few debates with some, and I am not sure how that would work. $581? All right, I'll trust you. If it doesn't work out, I am banishing you to... Oh my god, this absolute... Oh no, you were off by 1. You lied. You know, it's okay. You know, not anyone's perfect, such as I. Random when we spawn? Let's just do 580. Okay, so that's 580. Perfect. I'm so smart, guys. I think I got it right. So 580. Then we do 500 was air. Oh god, I forgot the beginning ones. Then we do 500 air. Oh no. All right, please work. Perfect. 500 air. Then we go drop down. I'm thinking and when you find Trekking can get you a better one. Roll for it. Okay, you guys are just gamblers, a bunch of degenerate gamblers. Jeez. Imagine this. Imagine you're like so hyped for the mod and you download it. You know, maybe you join a server and you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna like, you know, fight my way to martial immortality. I'm gonna be so cool. I'm gonna get all the jade beauties. I'm gonna be so popular amongst my fellow cultivators. And then immediately you gamble your talent and you end up with a trash route and everyone just scorns you for it. And you're not a main character, right? So you're definitely not going to come across some immortal inheritance. That's going to be so bad. Oh, yeah. Let's see. What was it? No. Let me look at the numbers. 250 and 180. No. 180 and 200. Is that it? Perfect! Guys, I have water now. I mean, artificial water. Not gamble. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I'm definitely gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna add anything else, but what I'm definitely, you know, certain, I'm gonna be adding a lot of prisons, because I know those are gonna be saturated as hell, given the nature of some very cultured fellows in the chat. I'm gonna be adding a lot of prisons, and you guys are actually gonna be stuck in prison. It's not gonna be a matter, oh, you get to pay a fine. No. And every time you log on, you're going to be in the same exact prison, and there's going to be like real life days you're going to be stuck in there. Like, I want to make prison harsh. Now that'd be something I could take pleasure in, just knowing that, you know, there's consequences. That'd be so cool. To port from 121.1 to... I'm the guy who's working on the dumb detail magic mod. I wanted to see how well it would work. I'm not sure about the compatibility. I'm not gonna lie, with the cultivation mod itself, so I really can't say. And plus, I'm currently on 26.1 no, 26.2, I believe. So yeah, we'll quit over it. Yeah. I don't want to be in prison. No, I mean, to be fair, like, listen, exactly, like, if I'm trying to make this quite realistic, okay? So if you're being a bad fella, right? If you think that, hey, I can refine a few villagers to make a pill that shoots me to immortality, then maybe not do that bad thing, you know? You're being given the chance, then don't get caught, you know? I mean, you only have yourself to blame, so I'll probably have some settings for like single player and stuff, but if there's a server, yeah, it's definitely going to be harsh, so yeah. I mean, if anything, it's I think like the people that do get away with it are just going to feel that much more content, like, hey, I pulled it off, you know? Also, I'm flying for no reason. So I have the 2 water areas down. I have pathways for walking. It looks horrendous, by the way, but don't take it as at face value. Will you add taxes? Okay, now you're just making me look evil. I don't think it's gonna be like that. Maybe you can, like, also, maybe there's like, you can pay your friends, hey dude, I'm gonna pay you like 50 spirit stones if you're able to, you know, high grade ones, if you're able to get me out of prison. So that could be cool. Liberty karma system? Possibly. I think that kind of plays into the heavenly tribulation system, where, you know, your karma is detected, and I feel like the worse karma you have, the more ruthless it's gonna be. Add gambling. I mean, gambling systems might be a thing in the mortal world, right? I think even in the immortal world, so who knows? Who knows? All right, so guard towers, water area, pathways. I feel like I want to map out the actual palace area first. How high am I? 300 blocks. Okay. All right, let's see. So, let's okay, palace. I feel like it should also be ascending, right? The kingdom, like, it goes like that, goes up a bit, and the palace is like visible even from the outside because it's just like on top. So I feel like that'd be nice. What are you building? I am building a kingdom that is potentially, if it turns out good. If it's trash, I'm gonna scrap it and have my other 2 buddies, or, you know, I'll try again. But yeah, I'm trying to make a kingdom that would generate normally in the cultivation mod. So this could be a kingdom you come across, and, you know, you have all sorts of things that you can interact with in the kingdom. Some quests, minor quests, the imperial system. You know what? Okay, listen. I talked to my buddies, and I'm thinking, if the mod goes well, and if everyone's enjoying it, and, you know, we get to a point that this becomes a substantial thing, I might... Okay, I'm not gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna hold myself off there. I feel like I almost said something that I could not take back. All right, so let's stop there. Let's stop there. Let me just say it involved the princess and the royal kingdom, and yeah. I'll just leave it at that. I'll just leave it at that for you interesting fellas. Yeah. right? So 100% purity alcohol. You guys are nuts. Okay. Let's see. Let me build this up actually. Romantic path? Not really. It wouldn't be a romantic path. What I was thinking something along the lines of, you know, it'd be ridiculous if you come across the son-in-law of the emperor and it happens to be a player. Imagine the chaos he might cause. Look at this fella. Don't worry about him. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I said the bad words. Apologies, guys. Should have censored that. Also, I am far too fast. Oh god, I lost count. It was 7, 8, 9, 10. That's, I think, good enough for the inner kingdom. But I might want to... Let me just test it out. That's 10. Yep. And if I do / stack... Oh no. I meant stack... once. Lol. Yeah. That'd be interesting. No, okay. Young Master Path is the best. Okay, I have a question. If you guys were able to become the Young Master, right? Let's say there's a server, and there's a proper cultivation mod. How many of you guys think you're gonna act like an actual Young Master? I feel like there'd be more than you guys realize. Like, you guys are just like condescendingly looking at everyone. Like, you guys definitely are gonna get your butts kicked. I feel like there's a lot of arrogant people out here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. That's 10. Yep. I'll do this. Nope. I'll break this. Somehow get in there. Oh my god, I'm way too fast. Okay, I'm losing my patience. Okay, there. Let's do... Blue wool... Some 580, right? It was 580. 580 for the outer wall and 500 for the inner wall. So it's gonna be 500. Not air. Let's make it stone for now. Stone. No, let's make it... Yeah, stone. Stone's fine. Stone 500. There. Stone 500. Then we'll go... Blue wool 200. Air 180. Then we'll go up here. And then we need to honestly find... What was it? 2? Oh god, I don't know. Let me just go down here. Oh my god, mobs. Alright, let me see what you guys are saying. Yeah. Definitely. You guys are not gonna be normal people. I'd start a medicinal kind of business. Walter White over here. Let's see. What's the radius? What is this? 360? 180? Oh, 180. 180 is the outer circle. Oh, I already am in the outer circle. What am I thinking? So yeah, that's the inner. Okay, so that's the Imperial Palace. That's the inner wall, that's the outer wall. Okay, so we're good. I'm just losing it for some reason. I thought there was like an inner wall, but it's not a thing. So we're good. So, and then if I, no wait, oh god, should have, okay, there. And now if I do 180, not air, but stone up here, and I speed up finally. So yeah, I'm thinking something along the lines of this, okay guys? There's elevations to the kingdom. So even from the outside, you're able to spot the palace poking out, and like you're going upstairs as you know, the path comes across and comes towards the center. I feel like that's nice. Banknotes, there's gonna be gold, so there's that. A medicinal business planner by me, the young master, yeah. Okay, one thing I am a bit concerned about, especially if there's a server involved, is like 100 people joining in and immediately thrashing everything. So don't really know how I can make it like very open, so it's like, you know, people are able to play together but also avoid the trolling and destruction of just regular everything. I could make it like, you know, non-destructible some areas, but I feel like that kind of takes away the fun of some things. So bit of a challenge, bit of a challenge. Also, I just realized I should have. Do I go faster if I'm just shifting through here? Okay. Make it so waves can come in. Let me see. So, yeah, so the floor I can just turn into stone. Also, I'm pretty sure it is peaceful. Why are there mobs? Oh, those are custom mobs. Yeah, these fellas are custom. Alright, let me do slash game rule. Spawn mobs false. Slash kill at a that is not of type player. What was that noise? That was terrifying. Alright, let's see. Megalab has Hypixel with one main server with multiple smaller servers. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Minecraft's like a bit of a bummer. But hopefully they're like, I mean, they are making, I think, some changes towards the performance side of things. And, yeah. Let's hope they continue on that path. Let's see. So let me just go all the way to the bottom and make it fully stone. Here. So if I do, what was it, 2,000? No, not 2,000, 1,000, right? Did I like crash everything? Are you guys still here? What happened? Are you guys here? Wait, let me just look at the stream. It's a bit behind. What? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, let me see. How many blocks was that? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 3 million. Okay, so yeah. And it was perfect, so we're good. We're here. It's gonna be laggy, yeah. Let me just load everything in. I don't need to do this. I could technically have Chunky do it, but last time I did it, Chunky was like, alright, I'm gonna take your Minecraft instance down with me, so let me just roam around and get these things loaded. Whoa, I just crashed into... What happened to the islands? Oh, Shen's here. Hello, Shen. How you doing? Yeah. I've heard some very interesting things said about Chen, so I'd rather not let him know what everyone's been thinking. Kill all items. All drops in the foot. Oh, is that it? Would you look at that? Yep. Oh god, I've loaded a lot. Let me just roam around and do that. Hey, sorry for spamming. How did you use API or something? Scratch. That is something my little buddy known as Ride has been responsible for. But I was, in terms of Shen, the dialogue, I was mainly responsible for the dialogue itself and also kind of like the design. I kind of like guided him on what I wanted, but yeah. Honestly, I'm more of a creative director more than anything when it comes to the mod. I mean, I did dabble here and there, but yeah. Okay, I think I'm good. Where is this? Let's see. Could be replaced with water. That might be good for the final build. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the blue wool right now is just because I don't like... I think water is going to be very messy, so I'm not going to do that yet. But yeah, that's why it's like blue wool. Just to signify water. I'll get water later on, so... The mod will have floating islands? Yes and no. Yes, to a certain extent. Okay, is this sound too loud or is it just me? I feel like the music's way too loud. Alright, that should be better. Yeah, so I want to keep floating islands for a certain aspect of the mod in the future. But initially, very limited. Floating dungeon? Dungeon. We will see, Alright, let me just have a look at what's going on. So there's 2 rings, water. There's a bit of... stonage going on here. Okay, so I think paths. Let's work on the path. And then... Oh no, you know what? Let's designate areas for the kingdom itself. So the palace itself, I think I already like had it labeled and whatnot down here. So I can just... If I can go up here somehow. There. So this was it. So if I just make the walls tall enough, it should leak through everything. And just get me the things up instead of walls 20. What did I do? Oh my god, I'm so silly. Stone 20. Oh no. Oh my god. This is a bit ridiculous. Okay. Walled stone. There we go. Nope. Let's make it stone bricks. Oh god. So that's the walls. I feel like that's the palace. Let's see. I want some greenery around the palace itself. Like you could kind of like walk towards it. Okay, where's the sun? The sun's that way. So that's the main entrance. Portals to lower realms are simply one big forest with specific size. Spiritual pools, yeah. Alright, so when it comes to spiritual or realms, right? Okay, should I say that? I'll not say it. I'll keep it a surprise. But let's just say yes. I'll just say yes. Take it as you will. When it comes to secret realms and space, like lower realms and whatnot. Let's see. So this is gonna go up here. I turned you guys off. Whoa. How are you chilling? Also, your head's detached, I believe. You might want to get that fixed, Mr. Fox. Stack, smear, extrude. Let's go extrude. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What did I do? I really don't know how to use, did it just extrude everything? Connect it to it? Oh god, how do I undo? Smear, stack, clone, move, extrude, oh god, this is terrifying. You messed up, you expanded upwards. I know, I don't know what's happening. What? I've broken everything. Shrink. Shrink. I don't know what's going on. All right. Press click to shrink. Yeah. I thought it would just be that line. I didn't think it'd take everything. It's a bit interesting, but let's just use good old world edit. Slash set ice. This is the ugliest palette known to man, but it's fine. Okay, we're good. So that's the dead center. Possibly. All right, let's see. So that's the dead center. I am thinking the palace. I want some greenery around the palace. I'm going to terraform some of this. Obviously, it's not just going to be flat plains with like all this. I'm thinking there needs to be some sort of a guard tower, right? So this is 180. This is the dead center. I'm thinking there's going to be a... Where's 180? 180. 180. I'm thinking like 10 blocks on the inner circle. Oh, no. I'm thinking it needs to be hollow. So I'm thinking... Yeah, this is where it needs to be. This is like the thickness of a guard tower. Or like the guard... just like the wall. Before the palace itself. Yeah, it's been 2 hours? What? Oh, YouTube really doesn't tell me. But, alright, so here's how it's gonna be. It's gonna be 2 walls. These are gonna be the guard tower thingamajigs. I'm thinking... Okay, so I think 180, I need to make it like... So it's like... Also, I can like decide the height, right? How high do we want the walls? I'm thinking 20 blocks. I feel like that's like a good indicator, or 120, and then we'll go 180. So it's like, now we're getting some elevation and like height changes in the kingdom itself. So what do we think? Okay, let's see. When we walk through here and then we're like, this is the height, right? When the stairs come up here, we're like, hello, let me in. And then this is going to be like, yeah, I feel like that's good. You're like not breaking your neck, but like you're kind of breaking your neck if you're too close. So let's see how the vantage point from up here is. Yeah. Oh yeah, you can definitely look down on people from here. Make the entire city on water and it floats because of a giant tree and the main castle. Yeah. It's too high because there is elevation. Possibly. Okay, you know what? Before we do this, I feel like instead of just like having a rough thing, we could just decide the palette already. How do we think? Okay, what palette are we thinking? World edit kind of... Ooh, I guess Axiom also allows for gradients, right? So we could definitely have it. Wait, let me explore Axiom. How does that work? Axiom. Freehand draw, what does this do? Nope, this is extruding. Let's go. What was it? Painter. Oh yeah, painter is the one I want. So painter, and I think there was a gradient option somewhere here. Where is it? Painter maybe has it. Oh, gradient painter. There it is. How does that work? Okay. All right. Let's try to make it stone. Okay, okay, so it's gonna be, I think, cobblestone. To, I want to say, stone brick, maybe? And then I can have like a bit of stone in there. Let's see how that looks. Because if I feel like, how does that? Whoa, how do you do it? Completely forgot. Oh yeah, it's right click. Oh god, I'm so silly. Is it like this? No. What am I doing? Am I doing something wrong? Yeah, stone. That's too flat. Okay, 20 is too high. Okay. I have to go by. Okay. Can you use axiom? Yeah. Oh, I guess you can't see anything because my face is blocking everything. Let me just scoot over a little bit. Alright, I'll be down here, guys. Let's see. Let's see. How do we do this? Nope, I have no idea how to use this. Sphere, mate mask, sphere, plane, nearest, fucking non position 2. Am I going crazy? Are we like... Okay, you know what? Let me use world edit. If I do this and this, and I go / set cobblestone. Nope, that's not it. Cobblestone. Okay, cobblestone. 50. I forgot how to do it. Is it 50%? Is it like this? Nope. Is it comma? Nope. I think it's slash maybe? It might be slash. I think it might be slash. Oh god. I forgot how to use it. Let me just Google it real quick. World edit set gradient percentage. Okay. All right, so /50. Oh, you got to put the percentage beforehand. All right. Close. I was close. So if I do, let's see. If I do slash use andesite, cobblestone, and gray wool. I'm gonna forgo the wool. Andesite's a good shout. Let's do slash. I'm just trying to see if a randomized pattern would be fine. Cobblestone. Cobblestone. No, I want lower cobblestone, I think. I'll keep it at 20. Then we'll go 30% stone. Then we'll go 30% andesite. Then we'll go, how much is left? 30, we're looking at 20. Percent stone bricks. Okay, that looks horrendous. What is that? That is so bad. I mean, to be fair, it's gonna be, it's a base, right? It's a base. Also, I think move back my face. Yeah, it's a base. I'm gonna like have it extra, no, but it still looks so bad. Maybe mossy. That's a good shout. Okay, you know, I don't think stone bricks is a good, but I want it to be official, right? It's like it's a polished thing. You're like talking about the imperial circle, so it needs to be very fancy on the inside. Let's go through the gray blocks and see what we have. Mossy's too green. Andesite. Andesite. Tough. Tough's good. Yeah. Gray concrete is one. Let's see. Stone bricks can go away. I'm gonna put gray concrete. Oh, that's very bad. Is it light gray? That's better. No, it does have a different hue to it, so... Oh god, what have I done? So, no, light gray isn't it. Tough, maybe? Tough's too dark as well. Wait, let's see. Erase, summary, smear, stack, move. Let's see. Is there a grading tool here in like the basic one? Infinite reach, fast place, angel placement, no clip. Yeah, let's do that. I would like that. Place mode, force place. Yeah, I don't really see any sort of go polished andesite. Do a base upward rather than noise. Yeah. You know what? We'll do this. / undo 2. Okay. Okay, we're good. Wait, let me do it manually to see how it looks. Let's get some pallets here. Let's go cobble. Right? Let's go cobblestone, stone bricks, andesite, polished andesite. We'll go a bit of tough, and we'll go... I think that's all the gray blocks, right? There's gray concrete, light gray. Oh, terracotta. Terracotta. That might be better than... Let's compare. They look so different. They do not. Oh, it's the same block. I'm so stupid. Is this cyan? Insane. Okay. Powder? No. I wanted semi-realistic as well, so... Thing is, I want it to be like... I want the blocks to make sense as well. Like, I could put wool, but no one uses wool as walls, right? And... this isn't an abandoned kingdom either. So, I can't really put any sort of mossy stuff or green in it. Let's see. Also, the no clip was a bad idea. But infinite reach sounds interesting. Yeah, that looks fine. Let's see. I'll turn on a replace mode. I feel like that's gonna be... Ooh, I can just drag it. That's very convenient. Do we want cobble as the base? I feel like it's gonna be more deteriorated at the bottom, right? It's gonna be like, not as pristine condition. And towards the top, maybe it's a bit better. So let's try stone bricks near the top. And... right. Let's do this. Very ugly, but, you know, we're two in it. Is this a good transition block? Let me do this. I'm just moving my mouse erratically. Hopefully that... it looks so bad. Gravel, no. Quartz, possibly. Darker? Let's try it out. Ion? No. 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 Nah. Let's go for tough, I think was one, right? It kind of has the same texture, but it's a bit... Yeah, let's see. No, I need to also have some sort of a... Polish andesite at the top. What are we thinking? No, not too happy with it. Hello, Enru. How you doing? That looks pretty good. Yeah. Basalted, tuft, and cobbled. Do we have basalt? We do, don't we? Let's try it out. Oh no. Did I grab the wrong one? Oh no. What have I done? I guess I'm in replace mode, aren't I? No, let's try... I think, yeah, smooth basalt. Basalt? I'm not sure. I'm thinking the corners are a bit more... I'm not hating it. I'm not hating it. I think it looks decent. Right, so let's... Listen, we can always come back to this, you know? Like, I'm looking at it right now. Maybe I'm gonna like it later on. Maybe I'm gonna hate it. But I'm gonna give it some time to simmer in my thoughts. Maybe add like a bit of an upward gradient or the thing. Right, and then we have a bit of the thing near here. Give it a bit of a shake. Thinking more stone with a bit of few spikes in the middle. Give it a bit more natural look. I don't like this section. Possibly go down a bit here. Also up here. Yeah. Yeah. Like if you squint really hard, it looks fine. Right, so I think... Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can like copy it around, but a bit later on. Right now, I think like that's a good gradient. I'm gonna have like the archway or like the walkways filled in. Possibly like, do I want to make it solid? I guess it needs to be solid, right? Like lore wise for protection. We could like dig out a room or two if we need it, but I think I'm gonna make it solid for now. I'm gonna repeat this pattern outside. I'm gonna make it more degraded, right? Because it's like used more, less people come. It looks like a weird cake. I don't know what kind of a cake you eat, but I've never eaten something like that. I'll say it that way. Yeah, I like it. Palace, I'm gonna get started on the base. I think like there's a good grassy area on the outside we can do. Okay, listen, do we want this to be... I want to understand the vibe of this kingdom, right? So we can like get started. Check this Discord real quick. I sent a good wall pattern. Let me have a look. Ooh. Okay. All right, I see it. So there's... Oh, so it's going from really dark to really light. Okay, so I like this, right? But it gives a more aged vibe. What kind of like... It depends on the vibe we're going for in terms of the kingdom, right? What control Y was it? Okay. Like, do I want it to be more aged and like, what's the kingdom focused on? Each kingdom has some sort of a specialty, right? If it's like an if it's just a regular mortal kingdom, it's gonna be very dull, gray, bureaucratic type of vibe, right? So I can get away with this. It's not going to have much of green or anything like that. It wouldn't make sense. Then there's going to be kingdoms that are a bit more bright, I don't know, medicinal focused. So they might have brighter colors, whiter stuff and whatnot. So depends. Ancient is cooler. It is, but do we want to start off with Ancient as the only kingdom? Or do we want to start off with a regular mortal kingdom and then potentially some cooler variants later on? You know what? I'll explore with the palette as well and see what it gets to. But let me have a look at it in shaders, because you know everything gets enhanced in shaders. Not this wall though, for some reason. Looks the same. In fact, I don't know. It looks the same, but oh, I'm ascending, guys. Why does it look like that? Wait, let me make a poll. Potentially. But I feel like there needs to be a fair comparison between everything. So yeah, we got like some basic layout down. And yeah, we're just gonna mark out some areas further on, but I feel like we build from the center outwards, right? And again, like it does seem like it's a big thing, but we can just copy paste some houses around and change a few things and it'll be a completely different thing. So no one would notice a difference. This is going to be a big kingdom. It is. It definitely is. There's going to be the quadrants, right? For each specific thing. And yeah, I think it's going to turn out really well. It's going to be huge. I want this to be huge. Like you come inside, like you go to a village, right? And within 5 seconds, you know where each building is. Everything's like cool. All right, whatever. But like you go here, I want this to be overwhelming. I don't want it to be like, oh, I know where everything is, or oh, it's like I can just grasp it in my hands. So yeah, it's definitely going to be something that you kind of like bend to initially, unless you're like a huge cultivator and everyone like worships you. So anyway, I think I'm going to call it here. We got a decent chunk done and it kind of like solidified what I had in mind. And yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning around. This was, again, I think like a rare thing of building. I might do a building stream here and there, but yeah, I think it's just going to be, I'm going to try to do a regular gameplay one as well. But yeah, there's also a video in the works, so look forward to that. I think it's going to be fun. And if you guys have any suggestions regarding the kingdom itself, feel free to leave them in the Discord. And I'll be reading those a lot. Because I'm going to be working on this behind the scenes as well. Just to, you know, get a better shape of it for the next stream. So. Yeah. That's a good point, the coffee gamer. Alright. Thank you guys so much for watching. I shall see you guys soon. And I'll try to be a bit more active in Discord, so you guys can talk to me there as well. And all right, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys later. Hal looks, yeah. See you later. Goodbye. Bye-bye.